Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a first impression and little review on the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette. But first, quick side note, don't mind my hair. It's a bad hair day, so just ignore that part of the video. But, you know, we're here for the makeup, not the hair. But anyway, yes, I'm going to be trying out the new Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, and I was so excited to get my hands on this because the only Jeffree Star palette I own is the Thirsty palette. It's kind of hard for me to spend that much money on eyeshadow palettes, especially nowadays, but I honestly think that for this it was worth it to, you know, try it out. So yeah, if you want to see how I feel on the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, and if you want to see how you can get these two looks using this palette, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. There's a lot of shade in here. I'm probably going to do the same thing with this as I did with the ColourPop Baby Got Peach palette and do two different eye looks. But with this palette, I don't know if I'll be able to get like every single shade, but I'll try to get as many as I can. Okay, so for the first shade, I'm going to be taking Royal Pain and using this as a transition on this eye. Of course, there's good pigment. This is a really nice shade, especially for a transition shade. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade High King.
Keep on smoking my lungs out. I don't need nobody one now. Fuck, look what you did to me. I love you.
I love you. Purse.
No, you're filming. I'm sorry. You gotta probably edit all this out, but I still love you.
I love you.
That fucking song's stuck in my head now. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Fucking koala pops.
God bless her. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Blood Queen and throwing a little bit of definition in there. Okay, so I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. The colors are blending amazingly. I mean, I didn't expect any different from Jeffree Star. I mean, I only have like one, yeah, I only have the Thirsty palette. That's the only Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette I have, but I absolutely love that eyeshadow palette, so I knew I was going to love this one. Now I'm going to be cutting the crease. I'm going to do a half cut crease on this side. Did you expect any different from me? But I'm going to be cutting the crease with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair, just the white one. Okay, I'm going to try something and see if it works, how it looks. I think it's going to look fine, but we're going to try it. First, I'm going to be taking the shade Pink Magic and focusing this on the outer, probably third of the, you know, where I just cut the crease. And I'm going to do this with a dry brush first and see. I mean, I'm sure I won't need to wet it, but we're going to try it. Don't even need to wet the brush at all. That looks so good. Okay, now I'm getting excited. I mean, I've been excited, but it's coming together. It's coming together. Now I'm going to be taking the shade Take the Crown, and I'm going to be focusing where, you know, the rest of the concealer is. Same thing, didn't wet the brush, and it looks stunning. I went a little too high right there. Whoa, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Definitely pigmented. That's for sure. All right, now I'm gonna go back into Blood Queen and deepen up that outer corner a little bit more. All right, Looking good. Looking good. So before we do liner and lashes and all that stuff on this side, we're going to quickly move on to this side, which I have no like game plan for at all. So some shades on this side might be a little bit repetitive, but I'm trying not to. I'm just trying to create another look, basically. So some of the shades might be a little bit repetitive, but it's fine. So first, I'm going to be taking the shade Royal Pain again as a transition. Then I'm going to be taking a little bit of Deviant. How do you say that? This lighter purple in the palette. And I'm just going to blend a little bit of that on top of where I just put that Royal Pain shade. Just like a smidge. It's not going to be like crazy noticeable, but it's there. It's there, and that's all that matters. Then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of Blood Queen, but just enough to deepen it up. So now I'm going to be going back in with the ColourPop White Concealer, and I'm going to be completely cutting the crease, but it's still going to be a highlight. You guys will see. You'll see. So now that we have this, I'm going to be taking the shade Vile Serpent down here and focusing this on the outer corner. Then next I'm going to be taking the shade Scandal Water and just blending a little bit above where we just put down Vile Serpent. Then I'm going to be going back into that Vile Serpent shade and focus, not on this side, and focus it on the inner corner. Then I'm going to be going back into that Scandal Water shade and blending around the edges of, the Vile Serpent shade. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Betrayal and laying that mostly on the outer edges, kind of like what we just did with Scandal Water, so that way we can lay another shimmery shade in the middle. And now I'm going to be taking the shade Beauty Sleep and slapping that right in the center. And I haven't been wetting any of the, I didn't wet Betrayal. I actually kind of like it a little bit more subtle, like how it is right now. So I do want it to be a little bit more like poppin' than what it is. So I'm going to be going in with the shade Wet Jewel and just pretty much go over where I just laid the Beauty Sleep shade. So I have this hard candy liquid liner in the shade, I don't know if it has a shade, the purple one. I'm going to cut along the crease. I'm probably just going to do, you'll see what I do. And of course that eyeliner doesn't want to set like right in here, so it's gonna probably screw the whole look, but it's not because of the Blood Lust palette. So okay, so now I'm going to do some liner, lashes, put on my base, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the lower lash line. So I'll be right back. So for the lower lash line on this side, I'm going to be taking the shade Bleeding Heart and running this all on my lower lash line. And with this, I'm going to kind of like, actually I'll probably use a different brush for it. So what I'm going to do with the red is kind of like, I don't know if you can see, but kind of like flick it out a little bit, but go like downward. And then kind of do like the little same thing on the inner corner. And then for the inner corner highlight on this side, I'm going to be taking Wet Jewel. And I'm going to wet the brush for this. I did not have to wet that at all. I really didn't. I don't even know why I did. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks stunning. And then on this side, I'm going to be taking the shade Betrayal, and I'm just going to be focusing this mostly on the like outer third and the inner third of the lower lash line and leaving the middle blank. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Wet Jewel again and placing that in the middle. Now I'm going to be taking a smidge of this Vile Serpent shade on a more flat brush and just focus this on the very, very inner and outer corner. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Beauty Sleep and slapping that on the very inner corner for an inner corner highlight, if you will. And I'm going to be wetting the brush smidge bit. Oh, this is pretty. It has kind of like a gold reflect to it. I don't know if you can see that. But that is gorgeous. I love that. I am like so happy with this palette, you guys. I am so happy. Okay, so that is all that I have for you guys in today's video. I absolutely love this palette. I am obsessed with it. I didn't get to use all the shades. I think the shades that I didn't use were Your Majesty, Dungeon, Monarchy, I think that's how you say it, and Executioner. I'm pretty sure I used every shade. Other than that, I can't remember if I used Vivid Mood or not. I might not have, I can't even remember if that's awful. But for the most part, I pretty much used a good chunk of these shades. Oh, and I also didn't use Sworn Enemy. Everything about this palette I absolutely love. The packaging, the shades, the shade names, the big mirror that's in the palette, the, magnetic shut. Like, I just love everything about it. I would definitely recommend, if you have the extra, I think it's $54 lying around, it's definitely worth it. I completely understand like the whole budget thing when it comes to makeup, and $54 for one eyeshadow palette is a lot of money, but Jeffree's brand is the brand that I definitely would recommend you like splurge your money on, just because it is definitely worth it. The quality is there if you actually see yourself like using these shades. There is like more wearable shades in this palette. It can be dramatic, but there is also, more wearable shades. But, I wouldn't recommend buying it if you're not going to use it. But, to be a little bit more creative, but still have, the more wearable shades, then definitely would recommend this one. But yeah, I think that's all I really got to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. Bye guys.